Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today as we make our Halloween candy corn wreath.
This project is part of a collaboration with some very talented and lovely ladies, and all of their links will be below so you can check out their channel. Please do so after you watch this video because we know that you're going to want to see all of the lovely ideas that they came up with as well, and we hope you enjoy what we came up with for you for this project. This is what you will need. From the Dollar Tree you will need 6 of these styrofoam cones in the craft section. Also in the craft section, you will need one of these foam floral wreaths, and you will need the one that has the flat edges, the flat sides. The rounded will not work for this project. In the automotive or handy section, you will need this Max Patch spackle. Also in the handy section, you will need this package of sandpaper, and you will need a bottle of Mod Podge, also from the Dollar Tree. You will also need some black tubing from the Dollar Tree, black mesh tubing, some iridescent glitter from Walmart, glue sticks for your hot glue gun, yellow, orange, and white apple barrel paint from Walmart. This ribbon also came from Walmart in your choice of color. This is like a purple. You'll need your choice of color washi tape, and a package of your choice of the color you want to use, Deco mesh from Dollar Tree. And if you do not already have these in your sewing kit at home, you will also need to pick up some straight pins from Walmart. These were 98 cents. Alright, to cut your cone, you're going to take your X-Acto knife. And we found that we also needed a thin, like, paring knife. Make sure it's really thin. You're going to need it to get in between that styrofoam. And you're just going to start cutting. I started on the seam, and you're just going to keep following that seam all the way down till you get to the bottom. And you're going to turn it over. And it doesn't matter if it's exact.
But you're using an X-Acto knife.
Exactly. No. So you just keep going down until you get your cuts as deep as you can with them. Then that's when you're going to take this knife and be extremely careful. You don't want to spear yourself or cut off a finger or something. So you're just going to try to hold down the cone as best you can and stick that thin knife in there, just to break that styrofoam apart. Now you're going to have this on the back side. That's perfectly okay because you're going to spackle this whole thing. And to tell you the truth, you really don't even have to spackle the back because nobody's going to really see it, but if you wanted to, you could. And you'll be left with 2 halves. And now you can start putting your first coat of spackle, which only put 1 coat of spackle. Then once that spackle is dry, we're going to sand it. So let's get to that next step, and then we'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so the next step is to sand your cones. So you're going to take a sheet of your sandpaper, and you're just going to see all the blemishes on here that dried from spackling the cone. You just want to eliminate those and give you a smooth surface. So you're just going to smooth all of those blemishes out with the sandpaper.
If you do it over a garbage bag, it makes it much easier.
Yeah, we have our little setup here with the garbage bag, and just with the ends kind of high up, and that way you can just dispose of it really easily afterwards. And don't be afraid of this project. It's not that time intensive. You would think it would be, but it's not. And you're just sanding this to get this smooth. And on the top and the bottom, you want all of your edges smooth. And when you're completely done with each one, they should look like this. Should be completely smooth and ready for paint. So we'll go to that step and we'll show you guys what it looks like.
Okay everyone, the next step is to take your candy cone and mark it in 3 spots with either a pen or a pencil. You need it exact on each one, because otherwise you'll have your colors not evening up.
Yeah, you don't want the white only to here on one and then way down here on another one. So you want them to be all even, and just mark it with a little, like a pen or a pencil. It doesn't have to be a pencil. We didn't have a pencil, so we used a pen. And that's what it's going to look like, and we're going to go to the next step, and now that we have our guideline, we can begin to paint.
Okay friends, as you can see, our candy corns are now painted and dried. They look so cute. They look like real little candy corns. We are now going to apply some Mod Podge to the tops of them and then sprinkle them with iridescent glitter.
Alright, while you're waiting for your cones to dry from applying your Mod Podge, you can begin getting your wreath together by wrapping it first with washi tape. And you can use your choice of color washi. We're using black. You just want to cover the entire wreath so that none of the green foam shows, and this will also help you when you apply your hot glue for putting on your cones, because it won't melt the foil foam, and foil foam has a tendency to melt with hot glue. So this will help with that also, and plus it gives a nice look if anybody sees the wreath from the sides, or if any of the wreath shows through the front. So that's what Mama's just completed, and we're going to go on to the next step. Okay, so now that our cones are painted, Mod Podged, glittered, and dried, we're going to start putting them on our taped foam wreath. And what we've done already here is we just glued them down with the hot glue onto the foam wreath. And as you can see, you just need to put the glue where the white parts are of the candy corns. You just glue them down flat. You're gonna have to hold them for a few seconds after each one you glue, because it does take a while to dry.
You might even want to pin them on.
And we even put a little stick pin while we were waiting for them to dry, just to make sure that they adhered properly. Okay, now once you have all of your cones attached, we're going to show you how to begin putting on your Deco mesh bows. Alright, the next step is to take your Deco mesh from the Dollar Tree, and you're going to cut 12 7-inch squares from that. You need 12 of these, 7 inches each. Then you're going to take your black mesh tubing from the Dollar Tree, and you're going to cut 12 strips that are 24 inches long. You need 12 of those. And then you're going to take your ribbon from Walmart, which we use this thin purple, and you're going to cut 12 6-inch strips of that. Once you have all that cut, you're going to take your Deco mesh and re-roll it. Your strip, you're going to re-roll it, and then you're going to give it a twist so that the open sides, both open sides, are facing forward, they're facing up. Then you're going to take your mesh tubing and you're going to make 2 loops on each side. Show you that on the camera. Keeps getting caught on the mesh. 1 loop there, 1 loop there, and then another one, and another one. So you have 2 loops on each side. You're going to put that in the middle of the mesh, and then you're going to take your little piece of ribbon that you cut, and you're going to tie that in the middle, knot it, fan these on a little bit, and these are going to be pieces that go in between each of your candy corns. Okay, so now that we have our bows made, what we're going to do is we take the bow and we're going to take a straight pin and we're going to stick it through the center of the bow, and when we put it onto the wreath, before we put it onto the wreath, we're going to put a lot of hot glue onto this pin, and that's just going to keep it adhered into the wreath so that it doesn't fall out. So we're going to put some hot glue. That's what we're doing right now. And
if the gun would work, right?
okay, once we have a lot of hot glue on there like that, we're just going to adhere it in between the candy corns. I'm going to hold it down for a second just to make sure that it dries. Make sure that your little things are all spaced out. And once it's dry, that's what it's going to look like. And then you're going to fill it up in between each candy corn with the 12 squares of deco mesh and everything that you cut. So we're going to go do that, and when we're done, we'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so this is our finished product. And we're so happy to bring this idea to you because surprisingly, there are not a lot of candy corn decorations in home decor, and we thought that there should be. There needs to be a lot more candy corn things because we just love candy corn. So let's show you guys a little bit closer. We added a few little plastic spiders.
Which were originally rings.
Yeah, and we just cut the back of them off and glued them on. And just put 3 of them there just for a little accent. And as you can see, or as you can't see because it's hidden behind the candy corn, we took a piece of black deco tubing and we just made a little loop around the floral wreath and hung it on a push pin.
We hope y'all can see the glitz to this because it has a lot of bling.
Yeah, it's got a lot of glitter. I'm trying to move it around so they can see. Okay, and so this is our finished product, and we hope that you like it. More importantly, we hope that you will try it for yourselves in your own home. And if you do, let us know so we can check out your video as well. And we would appreciate it very much if you would look in the description box below and click on the links for the following videos of the ladies that are involved in this collaboration. We're sure that they have creative and wonderful ideas as well, and we thank you guys for watching. And remember, in this world of chaos, confusion, and heartache, God is always with you. If you're going to pray, don't worry.
And if you're going to worry, don't pray.
Happy Halloween!